Hello and welcome to the April 2020 Celtic Tune of the Month. So this month we're going to do a tune called The Hole in the Wall. It was written by Henry Purcell in 1698. Now Henry Purcell was an English composer, a very well-known and very famous English composer at the time. So even though this is not really specifically Celtic, it's quite a lovely tune, and the music itself was used in a lot of the English country dancing at the time, so it is very folky even. So anyway, so Hole in the Wall, it was written in the key of B flat. I have transposed it to the key of G for those lever harp players that don't have a full set of levers. The time signature is 3-2, and we'll talk about how to count that out later on. But anyway, so The Hole in the Wall by Henry Purcell, written 1698. I'm teaching it to you in the key of G, and time is 3-2. So for the A part, again we're in the key of G, which means our F levers need to be engaged. We have F sharps. So we're going to start with our second finger on B and our thumb on C, and then I'm going to replace that B with my third finger. And then we're going to go 3 in a row, B, C, D, and then A, D. Okay, we're going to repeat that pattern starting on different strings a couple more times. So let's do that again. So the reason I use my second finger and then my third finger, you could use 3 and 2 if you wanted to, but for me, I find it easier to use 2 and 1 and then drop my third finger down. Because if you use 2 and 2, you don't have enough fingers to get up to that D. Alright, so here we go. So B to C, and then B, C, D, A, D. Now we're going to do that same pattern, but now we're going to start on G. So G and A, drop that third finger down onto the G, 3 in a row, and then F sharp, B. Okay, and now we're going to do that pattern one more time, starting on E. So E to F sharp, E, F sharp, G, D, and then we're going to stretch this time, D up to B. And then we're going to go G, F sharp, G. That's the A part, and it gets repeated. So let's do that again, starting on the B to the C, B, C, D, A to D, G to A, then G, A, B, F sharp, B, E to F sharp, E, F sharp, G, D to B, and then I'm going to drop my second finger onto the G, G, F sharp. You can replace your second finger or use your thumb. Okay, there's the A part. So we're going to count this out because we are in 3-2 time. Of course, there's 3 beats per measure, and the 2 means that a half note is equal to 1 beat. So the way this is written, we have a dotted quarter followed by an eighth, and then 3 more, and then 2 more eighths, and then a quarter note and a quarter note. So in 3-2 time, if a half note gets the value of 1 beat, then a quarter note gets the value of half a beat. It's going to be very confusing if you're not used to it, but the way we're going to count it out, so since a quarter note now has a half a beat, and an eighth note is going to have a quarter beat, we're going to count it out instead of 1, 2, 3, or 1 and 2 and 3, and we need to get those quarter beats in there, so it'd be 1 E and a. That gives us 1 E and a. That gives us 4 parts to that 1 beat. So this is how we're going to count it out. Okay, here we go. Ready and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3. Alright, so let's play that A part together. We're going to play it through twice as it's written with that repeat, and I'm not going to count it out. So here we go. Ready, and... the B part. Now to start it, we're going to need the D to be sharp, that D not next to middle C but the one right above that. So this high D up here, we need to be sharp. Alright, so we're going to start with G. So we're going to start with G, F sharp, and then we're going to go, and now we're going to put those two fingers right back, so we've got E, F sharp, G, and then back down to F sharp, E. One more time with that. So we've got E, G, F sharp, E, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, and now we have that D sharp to E, D sharp, E, F sharp, B to F sharp. That one more time. D to D sharp to E. Third finger goes to that D sharp. Now we have 3 in a row. And then B to F sharp. Okay, and now we're going to go back to that G, and then 3 in a row from E, and then we're going to walk it back down just like before. Now we're going to go E, D sharp, E. Okay, so let's play that sequence. That's half of the B part. So the B part does not get repeated as the A part does. So here we go. So from this is the first half. We're starting with that G, F sharp, and then E. 3 in a row back up, and then back down. Then D sharp. 3 in a row from that D sharp. B to F sharp. Now we repeat that from the G again. 3 in a row up, and back down. And then we E, D sharp, E. And here is the second half of the B part. Again, we're going to be doing the same pattern, starting on different strings. So we're going to start with E to F sharp. Now I'm going to plant my third finger on that E, because now I need to go up to E, F sharp, G, and then F sharp, G, A. Okay, so the pattern is 2 and 1, E and F sharp. Put that third finger back on the E, 3 in a row, and then third finger goes to that F sharp, 3 in a row. Moving forward, we're going G to A, planting that third finger on the G, 3 in a row, and then 3 in a row from A. Okay, so that bit again, G to A, third finger back to G, 3 in a row, and then third finger on A, 3 in a row. Now we're moving on, B to C. That third finger goes to B, 3 in a row. Whoop, forgot we have to put that D sharp down. And now we're going to go D to D, and then B, A, B, G. Alright, so let's count out the whole B part. So starting up on that high G, ready, and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E grasp it as 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Let's play that whole B part together. 1, 2, play. Alright, so now let's play the chords for the G, for the A part. So we're going to start with G, D, E minor, B minor, C, G, C, D, G. Okay, and of course that repeats. And here are the chords for the B part. We're going to start with E minor, A minor, B, not B minor but B, back to E minor, A minor, B major again, E minor, C, D, E minor,